What's going on, everyone? Just want to let you all know that these guys have been optioned or reassigned, and it happened after I recorded today's video, but luckily none of them were on my final 26-man roster, so it doesn't really affect the video too much. But just to let you all know, sometimes I will talk about these guys and act like they haven't been cut yet. That's because when I recorded the video, this had not happened yet. But Joey Bart has been optioned. Trump, kind of surprisingly, already optioned. Jalen Davis, surprisingly, already optioned. Other than that, not too many big surprises. Camilo Doval, I mentioned in the video, but most of these guys had no chance, especially these guys who have been reassigned. Definitely Hunter Bishop, Wyatt, Will Wilson, and, Jella. Jay Jackson was reassigned. I talked about him a little bit. Tyler Sear. But we're going to get into this video. None of these guys are going to be on the opening man 26-man roster unless something drastically changes and they have to bring them back. But as of now, these guys have been reassigned or optioned, but there are still a lot of guys in camp. So what is that final 26-man roster going to look like? Let's get into it right the freak now.
Baby.
Enjoy this great game.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel. This is Eric, and today we're going to predict the 26-man roster for the 2021 San Francisco Giants. And for the most part, it's pretty self-explanatory, but there are a few question marks here and there and some guys who could make the team or not make the team. So let's get into it now. I'm going to start with catcher, just like I did last year. Of course, last year's was meaningless because the season got postponed, but this year it's happening. So let's get into it. At catcher, I believe Buster Posey has a pretty good shot to make the team. I got him as our main catcher in 21. Now, his backup, Curt Casali, was signed for a reason. This is a guy with big league experience. He's got some good pop, and he is in line to be the backup. We have Trump. Trump could make the team as the backup. Trump had to be pissed when Casali got signed. He was like, what the hell is this? I want to be the backup this year. And then, of course, Joey Bart. Joey Bart's probably going to get some more seasoning in AAA, and I'm guessing that Trump is also, unfortunately, going to be a depth piece. So I have Curt Casali making the team as the backup. Moving to the infield, our main four starters, we have Brandon Belt making the team, obviously, at first base. Baby Giraffe, he's here. Brandon Crawford, who knew we'd still have Brandon Crawford and Brandon Belt here in 21, still starting San Francisco Giants. Gotta love it. So we have Crawford at short with that great defense. Then over at second base is going to be Donovan Solano. He has to make the team. The dude hits .330 every year.
He has to make the team.
At third base is veteran power hitter Evan Longoria, and that is it. So yeah, a little bit old. The infield, it's not, it's no spring chicken on the infield, but we're getting there. For now, I think these are our main guys, and they're going to be on the team. They're going to be our guys, and they are coming off, for the most part, nice seasons last year. So hopefully they can continue to do that and stay healthy throughout the majority of 2021. But there's a couple other guys, a couple other spots for the infield. Now, Jason Vossler has been awesome in spring training. I really love what I'm seeing. I would love him to be on the roster. I just don't think there's room when you sign LaStella. So LaStella was signed for a reason. That's a big name. He was a top free agent name in the offseason. He is definitely going to make the roster. And then there's Wilmer Flores, who was one of our better players last year. So we're starting to have that problem of too many good players, even though really maybe one of the older veterans would have to step aside if you wanted to make the best team possible, but there's just no way. I mean, we're not going to be cutting Crawford or Belt. I mean, it's just not happening. So unfortunately, I see Vossler starting the year in AAA. I do see Flores on this team. So that's the infield. Unfortunately, Vossler is kind of the main guy I see him missing out. In the outfield, we have Dickerson. Obviously, Dickerson will be there. Dubon will be our main center fielder. Also can obviously fill in the infield. And then there's going to be Yastrzemski. So Mike Yastrzemski, Dickerson, and Dubon obviously are going to make the team. After that, there's a couple more spots, and it's not 100% right now. I mean, we have guys like Jalen Davis in camp. We have guys like Steven Duggar, who at one time was like a guaranteed, roster spot. We thought he was going to be doing big things for us, and he hasn't really done it so far, but he's got that speed. But the one guy who has been doing it lately is Austin Slater, and as long as he continues to rake and hit well, I think it's his spot to lose. So I got Slater on the team. Other than that, I mentioned Jalen Davis. We also have Lamont Wade Jr. in camp, and we picked him up from the Twins. I think that he's got a minor league option. I think that he can be sent down, and I think that that's the plan because right now, even without the DH, you want that Darren Ruff power in the lineup. You want him in there, at least on the bench, to be able to pinch hit. Darren Ruff, I think, has the upper hand right now, and I predict that he will make the team. And that's pretty much it for the position players. So let's jump into the rotation. And the first four, I think, is guaranteed. Gausman, Cueto, DeSclafani, and Alex Wood, and that's pretty nice. After that, Aaron Sanchez was signed for a reason, but he missed all of last year. I haven't even seen him yet. Apparently, he's supposed to start throwing to bullpens today or very soon. Should start making appearances in spring training, so he should be on track to make the team, but he's got to get going really soon. Otherwise, I was starting to think that he might start the year on the IL or something if he's not ready, and it's going to be, Logan Webb. But I do think Aaron Sanchez, who hasn't been good for a while, but the Giants have had their eye on him for a long time. I think that Farhan wants him in that rotation, and he wants to start Webb in AAA. So I do have Aaron Sanchez ultimately making the team as the 5th starter. Now for the toughest section, and that's the bullpen. Now, one guy who is the least obvious guy is guaranteed because he's a Rule 5, and that is Dedniel Nunez from the Mets. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But he was picked up as a Rule 5 pick. Guy's a flamethrower. He strikes out a lot of guys, but I don't get excited about Rule 5 guys anymore after last year. The Giants always just send them packing after 1 or 2 bad starts. The goal is to keep them all year. I don't know why you even bother with Rule 5 guys if you're not going to keep them all year. All they do is send him back after a couple of bad outings. Like, what did you think was going to happen? He hasn't pitched above single A. You're getting him so you can have a free prospect in the system, and the price you got to pay is keeping him on the roster all year, which you have no intentions of doing unless he's really good. So I guess you're just kind of buying a lottery ticket, which you're not going to win. So what's the point? He's not going to be awesome in 21. He's not going to be a huge impact piece, but he will be on the opening day roster. I say that he's gone very, very soon. I don't want that to happen, but I think it's going to happen. I didn't even make a video about it because I was like, who cares? They're just going to cut him anyway. But Nunez will be on the roster. Harlan Garcia's got to make the team. He was a nice waiver claim last year from the Marlins, and he pitched great for us. So he is guaranteed. And then there's 3 guys, free agent signings that I think are all going to make the team. You sign these guys for a reason. That's what I say. They don't sign decent names in free agency and offer them a bunch of money just to cut them or send them to AAA. That is, Jake McGee will be here. That's a solid signing, no doubt. Jose Alvarez, hopefully he'll be a nice bullpen piece for the Giants. Good signing, former Philly. Jose Alvarez, I'd made a video on. And Matt Whistler, also a solid name. Brebbia will start the year on the IL. He had a Tommy John, not quite ready. So those 3 are guaranteed. That leaves 3 more spots. One of them should go to Reyes Moronta, assuming he's ready to go and healthy by opening day. I think he should be. Looks like he's on track, but he hasn't really been pitching in spring training that I've noticed. So I don't really know for sure if he's going to be ready by opening day, but I think he's supposed to be. So if he is, he should definitely be on the roster because he is one of our better relief pitchers. So Reyes Moronta, I'm going to have on that 26-man. That leaves 2 spots. Now, there's a lot of names. There's Caleb Berriger. I think he's got a decent shot. There is Doval, but he needs some more seasoning. He hasn't even pitched. I don't think he's even pitched in Double-A. I could be wrong on that, but he needs some more minor league time. Jay Jackson was a nice pickup who throws hard. So far, he's given up some runs. Hasn't looked that great. He's going to have to really show something, but he's got a chance. Connor Menez has a chance. I'm going to say Sam Selman makes the team. Sam Selman is a guy with great stuff, and he's a guy I think the Giants really like. Pitched well at times last year, showed some good stuff, and I think Sam Selman has a shot. And the last spot I think is going to go to a non-roster invitee. I say that last spot will go to Nick Tropiano. And Nick Tropiano pitched well for the Pirates last year, 15 2/3 innings, just gave up 2 runs, struck out 19. Career 4.29 ERAs, pitched for the Angels, Astros, and Pirates. 49 big league appearances, 39 big league starts, meaning he can long relief. Also, just a nice, veteran in there. Not a super veteran, but he has some good experience. So I would say that Nick Tropiano has the best shot as that last guy to make the club. So that's 26 names right there. Posey, Casali, Belt, Crawford, Longo, Solano, Lastella, Flores, Dickerson, Dubon, Yaz, Slater, Ruff, Cueto, Gosman, Desclafani, Wood, Sanchez, Nunez, Garcia, McGee, Alvarez, Whistler, Moronto, Selman, and Tropiano is my 26-man roster for the 2021 San Francisco Giants. I probably left off some names that you guys like. Let me know down below. Last year, there was a couple that I missed off, and people were like, what about this guy? And then he ends up getting cut or getting demoted. So, I was actually pretty on about last year's roster until the season got cut short. We couldn't really find out ultimately if I was going to be right. Let me know what you guys think about that roster. Opening day 2021 26-man roster for the Giants. That's my prediction. Tropiano taking that last spot, and I do got Aaron Sanchez on the team And unfortunately, Jason Vossler, if it was up to me, it might be different. This is not my 26-man roster. This is just what I predict is going to happen. If it was up to me, it'd be pretty close to this, but there'll probably be a few little changes here and there. But it's going to be extremely different come August as compared to opening day. Extremely different. We know how that goes. I think it's going to be crazy this year. I think there's going to be a ton of moves. Remember back a couple years ago where like every other day that there was like all these DFAs and moves, and it was crazy. I think we're going to see something similar this year. I think that Farhan's going to go crazy, so it's going to be insane. But that's my 26-man opening day roster for the Giants. Can't wait here. Opening day's coming up. Look forward to post-game shows and look forward to pre-game. I'm not going to do pre-game live very often, occasionally, of course, but I'll do one for opening day for sure. But I will be doing series preview videos instead this year just to give me a little more time because I don't think I can make it through 162 doing pre and post. But do look forward to post-game shows live right here on Humm Baby Baseball. So hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button. Make sure to check out the links in the description. Check out my Twitter. Check out my Patreon page as well to help support the channel. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you next time. See ya!
When the Giants come to town, it's bye-bye, baby. Every time the chips are down, it's bye-bye, baby. History's in the making at Oracle Park.